Hello, everyone, and welcome to Basketball Talk Episode 2. I'm your host, Onjete Rimis, and today we have Cedric, we have Eruj, we have Isaac, and Fuzan joining in the panel. Welcome.
Right, off the top of your head, Western Conference All-Star team. Just give me the 5 starting guys.
So, the 5 starting guys.
Yeah.
So for the East, I would have to, or for the
For
West.
the West. For the West. Let's go West first.
Okay, I'd have to say. So this is in no particular order because they kind of get messed up as they go through. Like, there's no usually point guard, shooting guard, small forward. So I think obviously you have to throw LeBron. And obviously, I think Anthony Davis. He's been a little rocky, but I think you would put him in. And then let me think. The top team in the West right now, the top 2 are the Jazz and the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
But what I put anyone from there in there, I think Paul George is having a crazy season. I think that's being overlooked a lot because of what he does in the playoffs. So
Really?
So I don't know. I'm trying to. It's because there's so many players on our roster. I think right now, what would you? Because I think you would definitely put LeBron, AD, Paul George for me. Maybe even. Oh no! I'm messing up. LeBron, AD, Jokic, Jokic for sure. Nikola Jokic, and then Paul George. There's one, maybe Donovan Mitchell. I don't know. There's a lot of other players in the West too. Like Damian Lillard is going crazy. I think Stephen Curry, between him and Dame, as point guard. But I think those two are really good. But as far as West, that's what I was saying. West. What about you guys?
Right, I'm seeing some blasphemy here. If you're gonna take if you're gonna take Donovan Mitchell over Steph Curry, we have a problem, bro. Steph Curry is literally balling. He's literally he's literally leading the league in points, bro. He's leading
It's his choice.
Leagues.
It's his choice.
Okay. Right,
Come on, wait for your turn.
Okay,
Wait for your turn, man.
We go in alphabetical order. Okay,
Yeah.
So you go.
Turn,
I think I have a similar roster, a similar
With
one
who?
to Eruj. I think the only person I'd put is Steph Curry,
Yes.
but I'll still have to weigh between Steph Curry and Dame for the starting position.
Exactly.
We have to have 5 players.
Yeah,
We have.
there are a lot of players. So
We have to have 5 players. You cannot say or. You have one opportunity. You have to pick one point guard, one shooting guard, one small
Let
forward,
me go.
one power forward,
Let me go.
and one center. Come on, bro.
Yeah, let me go because I already have a 5.
Right, so don't go. Wait,
Yeah, so,
Cedric is the first letter.
Exactly, man.
In the alphabet.
Exactly.
How did you miss
What's wrong
that?
with you guys?
How did
I thought
you
you
miss
guys
that?
realized. That.
This guy should have gone
These guys are
first.
too slow. You guys are too slow, man.
Bruh,
You need to recharge your battery.
Sure.
I realized that, but I was like, oh, he said I can go first. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll go first.
Alright, sure.
Okay, the obvious first person for me is LeBron. So it's so obvious. He is the best in the league right now. And then the next is Kawhi. I mean, he was a champion.
This
previous
season.
season.
We're talking about this season, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm saying Kawhi because he was a champion the previous season. Who was a champion the other team? Kawhi. And then I think for the 3-man. Okay, which other team can I choose? Okay, I'm lost. I don't want to put Anthony Davis because I don't think he's the main guy to go. You know? Probably on my last on the list. I want to be random. Pick players from every team. Which other teams are there? If I help me, which other teams are there? I had a list, but
Bro, you want to put someone from the Suns or what?
Portland.
yeah. Suns, no. No.
Bro, the Suns are balling.
Okay. Man, I can't think of another team.
So who's your?
Steph Curry.
So wait, who's your point guard?
It's LeBron. Who else?
Bro, LeBron. You cannot pick LeBron as the point. He's not going to be
It's
under.
come
Listen,
on. It's my choice.
This
It's
is
my
the
choice.
problem. This is the problem of not voting, bro. You should vote.
No,
LeBron is not under point guards, bro.
Okay. It was random, so let me just do it random.
I think for
bro. You guys are now going to force your way into not picking Steph, bro. You can't.
No, you obviously know I'm not a Steph Curry fan.
It's okay, but LeBron is not under point guards in the All-Star selection. He's always selected under. Say it. He's always selected under.
small forward.
And power forward, small forward.
Exactly. So put him there, bro.
If we're talking point guard, then we have to put Damian Lillard.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take Lillard.
Damian
Bro,
Lillard. Damian Lillard is
Or probably this guy from the Nuggets. What is his name?
Bro, what is the percentage that Lillard shoots?
Okay,
Bro, I'm not even saying my team, bro. Okay. So what's your team?
Let me finish. Okay, let me
Okay.
finish.
Give us your team.
And to go
Okay,
with Jamal.
Murray, yeah, Murray is good. But I'll take LeBron, Kawhi. I think probably I'll have to do it. Paul George. Man, that guy sucks sometimes in the playoffs.
This season.
Towards the end, but
yeah. I'd pick Kawhi over Paul George.
Yeah, exactly. So LeBron, Kawhi, man, I can't get the rest of this team. Okay, someone else try and pick, and then I think.
Bro,
Let me try and
okay.
at least.
Okay, I'll give you my list, bro. Point guard, I'm gonna go with Steph Curry. Shooting guard, I'm going to go with Let me list these guys randomly. I'm going to go with LeBron, Paul George, the Joker, Steph Curry, and it's in between Doncic and Lillard, so I'm going to go with Doncic. No, the Mavericks suck right now. Lillard, I'm going to go with Steph Curry as point guard, Lillard as my shooting guard. Bro,
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry is the best point guard right now in the game, bro.
Yeah, Kawhi is having a crazy season. I didn't even say that. Kawhi is playing really, really, really well.
Yeah,
So
Exactly. That's why I put him in my team. You know.
But Paul George is having
Dominating.
a more efficient season than Kawhi.
Paul George is like a candle, man. It's like
No,
a candle.
Paul George.
So he's
Paul
gonna die out very soon.
Paul George is having a better efficient season than Kawhi. Listen to that stuff, bro.
What?
He's having
No
a
way.
more efficient season than Kawhi. That's crazy.
No, man.
Kawhi is
Kawhi
averaging
is
more
not
points, but Paul George is more efficient this season. It's crazy.
Look at yesterday's game when Kawhi came back in the game.
No,
What happened?
don't
Paul
look
George
at-
was just.
Don't look at
No, but
one
it's-
game, bro. Paul George is
No,
averaging 40% from the field goal, 90% from the free throw line, and 50% from the 3-point. That's crazy.
Kawhi is averaging 50.8 field goal.
How,
50.
what percent from the 3-point?
41.
And from the how about the
Free
from
throw,
the free throw? Yeah.
92.
Yo, what about Paul George?
Let me see. That's crazy. I didn't know Kawhi like that.
Bro,
Paul George is also, Paul George is 50 from field goal, 91 from free throw, and 45 from three. So it is more efficient a little bit. Less points, less minutes per game. But
Yeah.
so same efficiency a little bit, you know? Kawhi gets steals, blocks, rebounds, assists, you know?
Yeah.
But Paul George is in rebounds in 6 games. That's crazy. So
As Sedo left without giving us his team, we probably need to get a pen so that we can write down some of these teams you are listing.
But as far as efficiency goes, I know what Steph does for you. I know what Steph is to the NBA. He's more influential than Dame will ever be, and he's a better player than Dame. But right now, Dame is averaging like 6 more points than him, 2 more assists, and 2 more rebounds. Crazier and better free throw. So it's crazy. Dame is having a really good season, but they're only one place behind the Blazers West. So
yeah, that's why for me, under guards, I'm going to go with Steph Curry and Dame. Those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to have Steph Curry pointing for me.
Let me ask.
And Damian Lillard shooting. Yes.
Just give a random output of the Western Conference team, because there another person I can add to is Zach LaVine.
Okay.
For my team.
Sedo, you've actually not completed your team. Give us your team.
Okay, Zach LaVine, Kawhi, LeBron, Dame. Dame's gonna be the shooting guy.
We're talking about
what?
Are we talking about All-Star team?
Yeah, he's giving his Western Conference All-Star team.
Okay.
Well, I can't blame him. Zach LaVine has been balling the lights out. He's been shooting lights out.
But wait, LaVine's in the East.
Bro, say no. Bro, we're still in the West. Bro, did we just lose him? Did we lose him again? Bro, I think we lost Sedo again. Sedo is tripping. Bro, Sedo is tripping. This is what happens when you hate Steph, bro. This is what happens. This is what happens when you keep hating on Steph. You get confused, bro. Listen, Zach LaVine is in the East. Bro, you gotta love Steph, bro. Come on.
Okay, you guys finish your list, and then let me.
We didn't finish our lists, bro. It's you.
What?
We finished our lists.
It's you.
Oh, it's only me.
Yeah.
Might have to pick Steph.
I can't.
Bro.
Never mind. So what I think, I'll just go Davis. That's number 3, right? Oh, Lillard, Davis, and probably Jokic now.
Yeah.
That's your back. Those are your back guys.
Wait. Remove Jokic. See, Porzingis is in the West, right?
Yes. Porzingis sucks right now, though. Come on.
Come on, man.
Jokic number 1 for MVP right now. Jokic scored almost 50 yesterday.
Bro, Porzingis sucks. Come on.
Jokic is absolutely crazy. It's so nuts.
Bro, like Sedo, we understand that Porzingis is a unicorn and he can shoot lights out and he's a baller, but right now Porzingis sucks. Come on.
Jokic is having the best season of his life.
Yeah, he had 47. He had 47 yesterday.
47 yesterday. That's crazy.
Bro, I think Cedric's internet is really bad right now, but it's all good. Yeah. So,
I have my East. I think my East whenever you guys are ready.
Alright, so we wanted to start with Cedric for the East this time round because he had Zach LaVine ready. So Cedric, can you hear us now? Because you can actually give us your East team now that your West has flopped.
Yeah, I got you. So got the Bill,
Zach LaVine.
Obviously, Bill.
Hello.
Yeah.
Saddam,
I can't hear you.
I'm also struggling to hear you.
What?
I'm really struggling to hear you.
Okay, I'm saying. Okay, can you hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, for the East, I say Zach.
Zach Lavine,
Yeah, Giannis,
Giannis,
Simmons,
Ben Simmons,
Bradley Beal,
Bill, who is the last guy? I can't hear the last guy.
the Cavs. What's the name of the Cavs big man?
Drummond, come on, bro. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. Bro.
That's his team.
Okay,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Alright, so Drummond. Okay.
Um,
Bro, Saddam, I'm going to be beefing with you all night. Anyway, alright. Let's go.
So I think between me for the guards, it has to be it's between Kyrie and Bradley Beal. I think I'd have to go with Bradley Beal because of what he's doing in the scoring end. I mean, he's single-handedly like carrying that team. So I think I have to go Bradley Beal. But then I also have to put, I think, Jaylen Brown. I think what Jaylen Brown's doing, especially while Tatum's been out, is crazy. And then my other three is pretty simple. It's Durant, Giannis, and Embiid, 100%. Because they're all right up the combo, you know? So I think this and Embiid is going to happen. I think that has to happen. I think Embiid is having his career season too.
Okay, so let me get your team real quick. So you're saying shooting guard you have?
I think Beal and Jaylen Brown guards. Beal and Jaylen Brown at guard.
So the guys are Bill and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Then
Durant, Giannis, Embiid.
Hi, dope. Iso?
I'll have to go with Beal for the point.
Mm-hmm.
Harden, KD, Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how many are they?
You need
Four.
one more guy.
And Embiid.
Who is pointing for you?
Beal,
Bill is
Bill.
pointing. Who's shooting?
Harden.
The dribbler. Okay. So, and all right.
yeah. What else chosen Harden?
Bro, don't worry. You can actually change your team. It's okay. So, I'm going to go with Kyrie because, bro, love him or hate him, Kyrie is going to point real well, bro. And then I'm going to go with Bill. Bill is going to shoot lights out. Then I'm going to go with KD. And then the person who I believe is also in the MVP race, Embiid, and the Greek freak in Giannis. That's going to be my East.
Yeah.
Right. So who?
But it's like we all agree on Beal.
On who?
Bradley Beal.
Bradley Beal, bro. Bradley Beal has been balling, and the thing is, he's had one good game. He's had one good game like in forever. Today, at least I saw him smile, bro.
Yeah, no.
But at least now you can take back your words.
But
you should be traded or you should stand.
But the thing is, the Washington Wizards still suck. They've just won one game, and they've won against the worst defensive team in the Nets. The Nets are literally the worst defensive team in history, bro. In history.
Yeah, two of the Wizards' 5 wins are against the Nets.
What?
2 of the 5 wins are against the Nets.
Exactly.
2 out of their.
Exactly. So, as much as the Nets are the best team offensively, maybe, I'm not even sure about that statement. They are literally the worst defensive team. Those guys are giving every team the highest points of their season, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so
Fun to watch.
I saw you're saying something.
I'm saying they're fun to watch.
Yeah, definitely,
They're
bro.
really fun.
Definitely, those guys they're shooting lights out and everything. The next question: which inactive vets? Okay, so which inactive vets can make the most impact in a team right now? So we have Gerald Green, we have Jamal Crawford, we have Lance Stephenson. So you can actually talk about those guys, or you can, if you have any other guy that is not playing that you feel like they can make an impact in a team right now, you can still shoot.
Mhm.
So Sedo, which veteran do you feel like can make a great impact right now?
For me, it's always been Lance Stephenson. Apart from Gerald Green is good, he's amazing. He's a tough guy, he can shoot, but Lance is just overall, apart from his weirdness outside of the game, inside of the game, sometimes he's consistent, but his attitude is not the problem. It's always been the problem because sometimes he has had a lot of issues with the referees. He's had a lot of dance and make a dance. He's one guy. He's one guy who really likes
and whistling on the bronze here.
He's one guy who really likes entertaining the crowd more than concentrating on the game. Apart from that, he is a great player. Like, you can check him out, his games from China. You can see how much he averages, like the points and everything else. Sometimes he's even the one who carries the team, So for me, Lance, lean a little bit on Gerald Green. Yeah, Lance is good.
For me, I think Lance still. Lance is young. I didn't know he's like 30. The other guys are really older. I think even for longevity, he'll stay longer. And I think maybe I'll also say Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas Maze, he's also young. Just had a surgery.
Bro, what happened to IT though, bro?
I know.
That thing is painful sometimes. You look at Isaiah Thomas and all the potential he has. Bro, Celtics messed up that guy. Anyway. Bro, I just feel like IT really had so much potential anyway. But that's a good thought. That's a good, I feel like that's a guy we almost forgot out of this list. But Isaiah Thomas is good. Right. Rouge?
What about you?
I think that as far as that list goes, I think right now, so Lance is playing in the he's playing in the Chinese league, so he's not even in that realm right now. I think Gerald Green, cool. Jamal Crawford is cool, but Jamal Crawford still thinks he's young enough to play. That's the big issue, So you have to look at from a veteran just presence. So I think like when years ago, you saw what Iguodala did to the Warriors. You saw what Iguodala did to the Heat last year. And then also last year they had Haslam. I think Haslam is such a big presence for the Heat right now because they suck. The Heat are almost like third last in the East.
Come on, man.
It sucks. But I think what right now, the thing that's getting overlooked the most is LeBron. Because LeBron is a veteran presence. LeBron's literally a vet right now. He's 36. Haslam is 36. JJ Redick is 36. Or Haslam is 38. Gerald Green's not even 36 probably. We're not even looking at what LeBron's doing. He's leading that team also. And he is 36. 36 being fair. But and then I would also say I think if JJ Redick, if you move him to a good team, they'll have a good veteran presence. Because the Lakers' biggest vet right now is Jared Dudley, and Jared Dudley doesn't do shit. I think
that guy sucks, bro. Someone has to say it.
he's literally he's on Twitter.
Dudley, dude, whatever, bro. That guy sucks.
But I also think that I think Iguodala, Memphis right now is 5th. They're 5th in the West. Out of all those teams, they're 5th. So you put Iguodala on any team and they'll be like top 5, top 6, especially if they're Memphis young talent. It works perfectly with that. So I think Iguodala right now is the veteran that always had the biggest impact. If you look at the team he's been on, but I also think LeBron is a vet in himself, but he just gets overlooked. That's my answer.
Alright, bro.
Okay. Let me say something. Like, are we talking about vets who are in the league or outside? Because for me, it's always been James Johnson. But right now, I thought that we were talking about guys who are not in the league.
Yeah.
Because if you talk about like Iguodala, it's true, really good.
Yeah, so it's like those guys that we mentioned, but then again, you're free to like expound your conversation. Like you can actually the way Iso like said his, and then he still talked about Isaiah Thomas and so on. So you're actually free to like expound your thoughts and also give us your thoughts. So that's really welcome. So yeah, you guys.
For me, okay, let me say, for me, I'd go with James Johnson because he's always been like the greatest. The guy, like while he was playing for the Heat, you could see his impact. Even right now, while he's still playing, like you can see his impact. Like he's putting up points, he's trying to carry the team. Like Mavs right now, they're trash. And if you look at his stats are really good. Like rebounding and scoring.
Yeah.
James is really, really, really good.
Bro, so you feel like he really brings that vet leadership as well, yeah?
Yeah, that guy is a vet beast, man.
Okay, right. So in the list that we have here, I'm probably going to go with Crawford because I feel like he still has so much to offer on the table. He's so underrated, but he's so underrated. But I feel like if Crawford can get a team right now, we're about to see some. His last game he had 50, bro. 50.
No, he came back.
Oh, he came back after that.
Yeah, he came back during the time.
Yeah, he came back and played for Nets.
Yeah, I remember. Yo, what happened with the Nets deal? Anyway, I'll probably research on that, but I feel like the Nets can actually use. There's a rumor I've heard Iman Shumpert can actually go to the Nets. So that would be a good move as well in terms of a vet.
Yeah.
Is Iman a vet really? Let's just say players who are not in the league. Iman is probably the same age as Harden, KD, and right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he's going to be a good addition. Like he's a good addition. He's a guy who is out, and he'll be a really good additional piece to the Nets right now because they need more enforcement, especially on defense. Can Iman play defense?
Yeah, he was
a
good defender.
Yeah, so I feel like the Nets need that right now. So if they can get Iman in there, get JaVale McGee coming off the bench in that center position, that will be, they'll be building up a little bit towards matching up LeBron, but the Washington Wizards are not willing to sell Bills.
But let me say, I don't think you solve the Nets issue. That's problem is.
Okay, Sedo, I'm losing you. I'm losing you. But if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying we cannot solve the Nets defense issue by adding JaVale McGee and. Okay, Sedo, I can't hear Sedo. Aizo, can you hear Sedo?
No, I can't.
No, we can't. No, I can't hear him.
So Sedo, we can't hear you, but let me try and iterate what you said, and then you can say yes or no. So you're saying we can't fix the Nets defense issue by adding Iman Shumpert and JaVale McGee.
Yeah, can you hear me right now?
Did I get you?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's
so
so
what I'm trying to say is, like,
yes,
the Nets assume that KD is a 5-man who can play on both ways, like on defense and offense. This is a lie. KD is good he's one of the reasons why they're not defending well.
Stop it.
Like, and what is the reason? And
KD
what?
is not even trying to play defense, bro.
Sedo,
Yeah, he's good on offense, but not on defense.
Bro, stop it. KD is not good
What?
on defense. The blasphemy,
Yeah.
bro.
wait, no, Sedo is talking from a point of
Of
Emotion.
KD not trying.
no, of emotion, because he
Then
doesn't
what's
like
the-
it.
Bro, you cannot be emotional, bro. KD is a good defensive player, bro. Stop it. Stop it.
That's your opinion. That's your
Bro,
opinion.
that's not an opinion, bro. The
What a
defense, let's
fact.
look at defensive
What a
stats,
fact.
bro.
Your opinion.
KD is a good
Bro.
defender.
AD's a good defender.
Wow.
Bro,
KD.
stop it. Sedo, you're behaving like Max Kellerman right now. Sedo, no.
That nigga's not. Then why do they have a defensive issue?
Bro, they have a defensive issue because of Kyrie.
No way. At the four, go and look at the teams, like the
Bro,
foremen of the
listen,
opposite
bro.
team.
Listen,
How
let me-
easy is it for them? to
Okay,
score?
Sedo, answer me this. Answer me this, Sedo. If KD tries, he's not a good defender
Tries,
still.
Even when he used to play,
Stop it! Stop
Golden
it!
State.
Get it out!
When he used
So Fuzan, the question we are on right now, so which additions can help these teams get out of their current slump? So we have the Dallas Mavericks, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves, we have the Washington Wizards, we have Toronto Raptors. So each of those teams, I want you guys to give me the additions that will actually make those teams better right now.
So
Okay, before we go ahead,
Portrait.
what I think is you guys were forgetting the fact that most teams are depleted because of the COVID issues. Like there are a lot of players who are missing, like because of the illness, so they have to like quarantine and all that. They're in a bad place. It's because some of the look at the Mavs. They have like a few missing players who can help. It's also the same thing with the Wizards, yeah.
yeah,
Okay, we'll probably take that into consideration.
I think that the Mavericks or the Timberwolves. I feel like the Timberwolves need like more rim protection than Karl Anthony Towns because he's not like the best rim protector. So I feel like if the Timberwolves or the Mavericks, maybe even the Raptors could make a trade for Drummond or something. I mean, obviously they'd have to give up a lot, but I feel like Drummond is kind of underrated for the production he gives your team.
Mhm.
And I mean,
Would you say he's an all-star? Drummond?
this year, I think I'd say yeah. I think I'd say All-Star.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
On the bench.
chill.
On the bench.
Exactly.
Chill.
He's a-
Now that we're here,
No.
He's in the-
Yeah.
Fuzan,
What,
Yeah.
You were the one who was like
bro, real quick,
trying
Fuzan,
to
give us
eat off my.
No,
give us your Western Conference All-Star and Eastern Conference All-Star teams, real quick.
Okay, I might get shit for this, but the East is, in my opinion, it's Kyrie, Harden, I think Giannis, Durant, and Embiid for the East starters, and then for the West, I'd probably say. I mean, there's a lot of good point guards in the West, so I'll get back to that. I think LeBron is definitely there, and AD's definitely there. Jokic has to be there as well, and then I think in terms of shooting guard, I think unless I'm forgetting anyone, I think Donovan Mitchell should be there. Unless I'm forgetting anyone. My bad. And for point guard, for point guard, I think I'd say Luka, maybe. Unless I'm forgetting anyone.
Bro,
Oh shit, Curry, my bad.
literally no.
Okay.
No. I literally no. It's. I think Damon Kawhi, for sure.
Forgot about it. Yeah, don't worry.
Everybody just keeps forgetting about Steph. It's okay.
I think Damon Kyrie, bro. That has to be. But that's for me.
All right, so we're done with Fuzan's team. I think Fuzan is on mute, but it's okay. So we're going to actually go to the next.
I think
question.
I think Isaac answered that, or no, I think Seto answered that question.
Okay, so which additions can help these teams get out of their current slump? So we have the Dallas Mavericks, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves, we have the Washington Wizards, we have the Toronto Raptors.
I think Toronto needs to. I think the Wizards need to start a rebuilding process. Obviously, Westbrook was a stupid addition, but you have to do what you have to do. Because Westbrook is getting a little bit older. Beal is still in his prime. You need to find a way out for Beal. You have to. That's. You're not gonna have the cap or the market to get the team better right now. You have to. It's too late, too little. So I think you need to move Beal. And I think you can actually get a lot of pieces before Beal gets pissed like Porzingis did and just leaves. And just stops playing. So I feel between the two teams, what was it? The Wizards, the Raptors, and the Mavs?
Wizards.
We have the Mavs and the Timberwolves.
I think what happens is the Mavericks need another playmaker aside from Luka. I think if you've watched their games, they definitely need another playmaker. I think the Raptors, I'm a Raptors fan, so this hurts a lot to say, but I think they need to get rid of Kyle Lowry. I feel like Van Vliet, Norman Powell, what they're doing is absolutely crazy. And Aaron Baines isn't giving the production that we thought he would, but I think you will get so much for Kyle Lowry. I think right now the viable trade markets are obviously the Pelicans and the Sixers. They were looking at both those teams, but I think as far as just additions, I think to fit the nice backcourt long term that Nick Nurse is trying to provide, I think maybe people are saying Lonzo, but I don't like Lonzo. I don't think he's living up to his market value at all. But and then as far as the Timberwolves go, I think they have a really, really strong core. I just think they need a little bit of more discipline. I think I like their team right now. I think their bench, their reserve players need a little bit of a few. I think with either JJ Redick or Lonzo or something like that. We're about to see the trade deadline, so we'll see how that goes. I don't really know which players are on the market right now, but I think that could really help them. Just some nice bench additions. Right now, Malik Beasley.
Time out. Do you feel like Kyle Lowry? Okay. Do you feel like Kyle Lowry should be traded more than Pascal Siakam should be?
I don't think they should beat Pascal.
I don't know. No. I don't think, bro. Pascal has to really be disciplined. He does the dumbest NBA moves I've ever seen.
He just needs
exactly.
The way
he needs more IQ.
But the way he drops 28 and 8 a game effortlessly is crazy. I mean, he has, Lowry just scores points when there's nothing else going on. The veteran leader, and then he'll just shoot a three or pass the ball when when they're screwed, But other than that, he doesn't provide a crazy offensive presence. He's shooting 30 from 3, 40 from field goal, and averaging 15. I think what Kyle Lowry did for them in the championship will never be forgotten. But at the end of the day, it's a business, and if Derrick Rose can get traded, I think Derrick Rose needs to go to a team a contender. I think he needs to go now.
Me too. Get Derrick Rose to the Lakers, bro. Come on.
But I don't think it's gonna happen. I think he's gonna go to the Clippers. I don't think the Lakers will get him, and I don't know why. The Lakers messed up by not getting Carmelo, and I think they're gonna mess up even more by not getting Derrick Rose. So,
bro, we need to see Derrick Rose winning a team, bro.
Okay, let me add a point. Because then again, you guys are forgetting that a team like Wizards, they currently have a big problem because not all the guys are healthy. For Wizards, I think if they're healthy, everybody's in, there are a few guys who are missing right now. So if those guys come in, then probably you don't really need a very big addition because they have really big stars. And then when you go to the Wolves, same thing. They have almost 5 players who are ill. They have a few players who are also missing. Garland and Towns, I think COVID thing has really been a big issue for him. So, like, he really takes it seriously, given his history, his short history with the Euros team. So, like, he's out for a month. I don't think there's anybody out for a month. So it's really, like, good to. So then again, if you look at yesterday's game, like the size between Drummond and the big man for the Wizards, like he was really outmatched. So like those teams, like one thing right now is like they really need to have their guys healthy. Like you can see a team like a Knicks, like there are some of the guys who are in the roster you just recently heard about them. You weren't really hearing about them before, but they're really putting on some work because they have a lot of chemistry. Okay, for a team like the Mavs, I don't know, man. I think they just kind of like back. These guys are just losing games back to back.
Yeah.
They have everybody in down, and it doesn't really make sense. I think they are not probably used to play. That's one thing also.
Okay, but Sedo, like all things held constant though, like a team like Wizards is gonna struggle either way, right?
Yeah,
that's fact.
But,
Wizards are actually had a better chance last season to get into the playoffs than they have right now. Everything held constant, all players healthy. Let's be real.
Last season were they on the playoffs or not?
Bro, they were not in the playoffs because John Wall was not there.
Wait, let's check. Last season were they in the playoffs?
When?
Last season in the bubble, like did they make it or not?
No, they didn't make it because John Wall was injured. But what I'm saying is Washington Wizards with Wall and Bill as they were actually playing much better than they are doing right now. So I feel like they actually need some additions, especially people coming off the bench. Those guys, they actually, and the way Eruj said, I feel like they need young Turks, bro. The way Westbrook is balling. I don't have anything against Westbrook, but nah.
He did.
I mean, like the Wizards had Thomas Bryant, right? And he was, in my opinion, I was watching like some Wizards game. In my opinion, he was one of their best players next to Beal because Westbrook wasn't really doing too much, right? So, but I feel like they should build around Beal more than they should try to, just give him to whatever team, because I feel like in order to like establish themselves as a contender in the future, they need to build around Bradley Beal, whether that means like getting rid of Westbrook at some point, trading him for maybe some more shooters or like 3-and-D type players Beal's gone.
Beal's gone.
Actually, Washington Wizards say they're not gonna trade Beal, so
yeah, but Beal and his girlfriend, they're pissed. They're on Twitter, they're like losing their mind and they're like, get him out of here. Like,
but I feel like after this win, it's just going to be all clout.
Where do you think Beal can go though? Like, what teams?
Clippers.
The Heat.
What do they have to trade for him though? What would the Clippers trade for Beal?
Bro, Clippers just need to pay for Beal, bro. They just need to pay for him. They don't even need to trade. They can trade Lou.
I mean, Lou's doing pretty bad this year, though.
But he's still
Beal,
really worth a good trade, though.
Beal might go to the Raptors. I think Beal might go to the Raptors. It's going to be really... I think the Heat and the Sixers are also big. They have too many things that they might trade. Because I know the Sixers are looking to trade Ben Simmons, too. I don't know why, but
who do you guys think the Mavericks can actually add to their bench to make the playoffs more interesting? Because
JJ Redick and Lonzo Ball.
Bro, those guys need to come to the Warriors. What do you mean?
Nah, man.
I don't think that'd be a good fit.
You don't think Lonzo and Redick for Oubre will work?
I think I would rather have Oubre. I'd rather have Oubre because when Clay comes, Oubre is gonna be huge. Trust me,
Yeah.
like crazy.
Oh, so wait, Oubre is going to. Do you feel like Oubre will still play for the Warriors when Clay comes, though?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's way too underrated for his own.
I don't think he'll start though. Will he accept to come off the
no,
bench?
won't.
Most
He
likely he
won't.
won't start, but he'll still be there.
But I feel like
That's what happens on a team. Like you have Kuzma who could start on any other team who's on the bench for the Lakers. You know, that's what happens in like a team where you have a championship. You either go on a championship contending team or you're a starter averaging 15 plus on a shitty team. You know, that's how it works.
okay, if you look at it that way, then I'd rather have him still remain, and then this year we call this year a bust year. But if we actually get if we can actually get Redick right now, shooting lights out, and Lonzo playing D, I feel like we can actually go to the second round.
Who?
For Oubre, we just tried Oubre for those two guys.
You know, they were saying Beal might come to the Warriors. They were saying if they trade Wiggins of 2 first-round picks, they're saying it might work out for Beal.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say,
Bro, that would
what I'm
be
trying
dope.
to say is, you guys should concentrate on one thing. You're talking about the Mavs. Why are we now talking about?
Yeah, do you think? Yeah, I feel like the Mavs could trade up for Beal and still have a decent team to
The
contend.
Mavs can actually get Beal.
I don't
I
think
think-
so. So they would have to trade. They would have to trade Porzingis or Doncic. I think they.
Which,
No, they would.
Which they can't.
They would not have to. I don't think they would. Like they have
Yeah,
on the bench. The Wizards are shit anyway. So without Beal, they'd be even more shit. So they could get like Brunson, Hardaway, and maybe Josh Richardson with like some picks for Beal. Because if like Jalen Brunson can be kind of streaky sometimes, but sometimes he gets the job done. Josh Richardson is a great 3-and-D player, so he can actually give them some defense, and they wouldn't have to give up almost 150 points to like the Nets. And then maybe even Dwight Powell, because he can give them some rim protection as well. So I don't know. I feel like the Mavs could definitely trade for them, but they'd be giving up a lot for him. But they'd be giving up a lot as well.
Okay.
You guys are forgetting the Mavs were like a really, really good team. Like even the way they are, like in the playoffs, like you can't give them a game. Like they only need like.
Okay, so no, I feel like the Mavs were good, as you're saying, in the playoffs, but they actually traded like their whole bench, Seth Curry and the likes.
Yeah.
So they're literally not the same team that they were.
Yeah.
No, it's good.
Definitely.
They have relatively good bench, but it's completely depleted.
Well, I think you're breaking on my end, but what about the Timberwolves, guys? You feel like the Timberwolves are done?
No, I think they have really good pieces. I think they're like D'Angelo, Malik Beasley, and Karl Anthony Towns. I think they're bad because like Karl Anthony Towns has had COVID and he's taking precaution because of his family. They all
But
died from COVID.
He's actually
He'll be-
has his hand healed.
Has his hand, but when he's gonna be back, he'll be pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw D'Lo also is injured. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Well, so that was teams, Mavs. Who haven't we touched? Raptors.
I feel like the Wizards could get out of their. I don't really know how the Wizards could get out of their slump unless Westbrook keeps up the same production that he did. Like,
Let me ask you guys something. You guys like looking at these teams that you mentioned. Like, look at the OKC, like the Oklahoma, like their team right now. They don't really have like big guys in the team, but they're working shit out. You know, like they're doing just enough to stay like where they are right now. And compare them to the Wizards. Like the Wizards are still better than them. You see, they're still doing like they're surviving in ways which like with very few like individuals like don't really have like apart from Shai Gilgeous, like
Okay.
he's the only guy who can say like usually puts up a lot of points, but at the end of the day, like you can't compare him to Bill or like probably a little bit of West. So it doesn't really have to be like pieces, or like adding new pieces, but generally focusing on what you have at the moment and putting like more effort in it, and just forming out your chemistry.
Okay. Who are the top 5 players that will retire in this decade that you'll miss the most? Let's go alphabetic. Sedo?
Come on.
Okay, I think Sedo is having network issues.
Okay.
Eruj, you can go.
LeBron, KD, Steph Curry. Obviously, in the next 10 years, it depends on who wins the championship. But LeBron, KD, Curry, I think I'd have to say. Fuck, dude, what the heck? I don't know. Kawhi. And I don't even know. And then LeBron again.
Okay. Aizo?
LeBron, of course. Kyrie, Steph, KD, and I think one has already retired because that's Crawford.
So you have to pick someone who's playing.
But it's still in this decade.
Okay.
2020 to 2030.
Okay. Fair enough. Fuzan, let's go.
Okay, so for sure LeBron, just because he's my favorite player. So LeBron, I think then Durant would have to be next for me. Curry as well, definitely, just because I feel like he changed a lot of the landscape of basketball in the previous decade with his MVP seasons and kind of his rise to being one of the best, if not the best point guard in the league at some points. And I think Kyrie definitely as well. And I think Lillard as well.
Oh yeah.
I think
And Kawhi if I had to have a bonus.
I think
Okay.
Dude, I don't even know. Like Jimmy Butler is probably gonna be missed more than Harden.
Yeah, okay, definitely. So I'm going to go
I guess
with
it's
mine.
my turn.
You'll go last, Sedo, because your network had issues, so you'll go last.
Or
All right. So
whatever.
I'm going to start with my team. So I'm going to start with Steph. Man, I'm going to miss Steph. Greatest shooter of all time. Change the game. Woo! There's not gonna be anyone like Steph anytime soon. So
But
bro,
LeBron,
I'm gonna miss Steph the most. Like I love this dude to death. And then I'm going to miss LeBron. Woo! I'm enjoying every single minute that I see LeBron playing. So first of all, every minute I see LeBron playing, first of all, I just thank God for that opportunity that I have seeing LeBron play. And second of all, just the stories that I'm gathering for my kids. Ooh. LeBron is a beast, bro. And then the other person is KD, of course. Kevin Durant it's going to take a while before we see someone play like KD.
yeah.
And then another person that I'm going to miss a lot is Dame, because Damian Lillard, I feel like he's gotten to a point in his career where he's balling. And the person that I'm going to miss the most, the person that I'm going to miss the most finally when he retires this decade is one third quarter man, Klay Thompson. Oh my goodness. Klay is such a vibe. I'm going to miss Klay, man. So Sedo, you can go.
Okay, for me, basketball is all about entertainment, enjoying stuff. Even my first ever team was like because the Lob City Clippers. So I don't want anybody criticizing the team. my team. So I make the list. So number one, yeah, has to be LeBron. He brought a really lot of like game-changing situations. He's really entertaining. Watching it. Yeah.
I can't hear you. I
Okay,
don't know
I'm
if
saying the first guy.
it's just me.
Yeah, it's just you, man. Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, now you're better.
Yeah, so LeBron, and then second guy, it has to be James Harden. For me, he has the best handles in the league. All the crossovers, like step back, he's one amazing guy. Even if you watch him a long while now, you can see like he's really doing a lot of changes to the league, like step back, shooting style. But at the end of the day, every single game, like he's unguardable. He just puts guys on skates. The next guy, I think I'll go with Aaron Gordon. I mean, that guy is a highlight.
So I couldn't hear that part. You said who?
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
AG. Yeah, Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that guy is a real highlight. The dunks, like I don't think as for now, apart from Lavin, he's kind of like the best dunking, like forward for me. So yeah, the next guy you also guy who was from my favorite team. So Derek Jones, again, was a highlight. Derek Jones. Jones Jr.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Derek Jones. Yeah. So yeah, 5, 4. So I said LeBron. Yeah, there are 5. So LeBron, Aaron Gordon, who else? Derek Jones, Harden, and top 5.
Okay, but I just because you mentioned it, I'm just going to throw this out there real quick. I feel like Aaron Gordon was robbed of the dunking contest. So, bro, twice.
Yeah, exactly. Twice, man. So he was one guy who changed also. Apart from Vince Carter, like he's one guy who really changed, like the dunking competition, the whole scene. Like, he made it be like a wow. Really entertaining.
Jimmy Butler is going to be missed as well. Jimmy Butler has been really the talk in town after what he did in the playoffs anyway. I feel like he just showed like his potential. If the Bulls were so good then, Jimmy Butler just showed the potential which that team could have really done a lot of wonders. The Jimmy Butler Bulls.
Thank you for watching Basketball Episode 2. Be sure to like this video, share so others can watch it, comment so you can get your feedback, and be sure to subscribe for such future content. Thank you.